Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today, we're going to deal the death blow to France. There shouldn't be much resistance. Well, much strong resistance. And our goal is to capture at least 6 of the objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to push about as far south as Bescon and Dijon. If we're good and lucky, we should push through Salons and Saône into Bourg-en-Bresse, near the Swiss border. The bare minimum, we should take these areas. I'm going to start trying to think about how I dole out these reinforcement points. He's going to get them because he's close to getting a 2nd star. He has a hero, so he's getting some. He's under 5, he's going to lose some. Anyone who's not particularly skilled, I won't give them to. We're not going to be equipping those Trebesiagas, or these Fallschirmjägers. These Pioneers, however, are really good. While it costs me quite a bit, I'm going to dump a lot on them, as I expect them to be kind of like my bridge clearers. Special equipping units, I'm going to prioritize them quite often. And artillery, as always, be highly sought after. My 88s as well. And some SDKVZs. Various portions of the German Luftwaffe I don't feel need to be highly experienced, mostly because I'm losing them in droves. And I can't afford to keep them up like that. So I'll need to get better at air tactics before I can have an experienced Luftwaffe, and for the time being we'll have to suffice with experienced ground units. We have 11 more units we can deploy. Deploy some Wehrmacht. Some grenadiers over here to assist with that. And we'll need some tanks at some point. Some Pioneers, and my special infantry, along with some more Grenadieren. Some to push down that way, and the Sturmpanzer to the south, along with a Flak 88 to back them up. Don't expect too much in the way of resistance, and that should leave us clear to buy ourselves some form of tank. I'm actually going to invest more in Panzer IVs. Or should I? They have a little bit lower survivability. And they have a higher damage rate to infantry. But the Panzer III survives better. I'm going to go with Panzer III's for survivability, just for the time being. We'll also get a Panzer IV. Assist in the back. Some more infantry over here because this flank's looking a bit weak. Pack over on this side because we have no AT defense otherwise. And I guess some reinforcements for those guys. Alright, that's all our forces. Or we can deploy 2 more, actually. If we could find the prestige or money for them. Unfortunately, I have a habit of getting people killed. So, the German High Command has determined that that would be a bad idea, according to someone. I'm gonna go ahead and take these Fallschirmjägers off the top right there, because they may or may not get shot down. Throw those guys down right there. And without further ado, let's get to it. I really do want to invest in a reconnaissance car at some point. And just decimate him. Meanwhile, my pioneers and grenadier will move up. Move my Sturmpanzer here. Move this man to a position of support. And if we support... Okay, so we've knocked out most of their ability to resist. So 1 to 3. It's 1 to 2. And we'll try and knock these guys off the other side with our Panzer 3. Seeing as how they're so suppressed. We'll advance towards the French place, whatever it's called, Troyes, with our Pionieren. And try and clear the path. Heck of a bottleneck. Strike the pan hard. Seems to be on his last legs now. Just knock him out. Beautiful. Grab our Messerschmitt. Do a little bit of aerial reconnaissance. I'm gonna pop this guy over a city and buy him a car at some point. Do some artillery reconnaissance. Move these guys for support. And clear that guy out. Swap that to the anti-tank mode, which it will need to be used for. And I suspect that cavalry will attempt to strike us, so we'll move this special equipment Panzer over that way. Meanwhile, this strike force will try and take Nancy, then they'll try and swing south and take Epinal and Levus-le-Baronnes. Well, this strike force will pretty much just have to engulf the entire south on its own, but since these two objectives are close together, I don't suspect they'll have a hard time of that. Though the sign could interfere with that plan a bit. Seizing Torriere will be an important bridgehead to cross the sign, and we'll have to split our forces there. I believe that's everyone who's moved. So the French Air Force, apparently the non-existent French Air Force, comes and attacks us in some strength. We managed to suppress all of them in that attack. I will start with our falcon now. Finishing off with that artillery. I don't really like those cavalry units being out and about. Push hard with our panzers to get a good idea of what's going on. Move our grenadiers up. Pioneers will see this. Like railing for the win. How's he looking? He isn't gotten. See if there's any more important targets that need to be struck. So we'll go ahead and have the Wehrmacht seize the city, while the Grenadiers advance with them, under heavy artillery protection. And we'll have the tank... We'll have the infantry go on a wide flanking maneuver, while the Panzer III just kind of moves into range, I guess. That was sort of an accident. Move this guy up to B with his forces. This guy as well. And the Stuka. Move over here for the amount of air cover we're about to need. Is that a... It's raining. Well, the Air Force is completely unnecessary now. Unnecessary, Go ahead and cross the river up there. Move up to engage. First move the Pioneers down south. They make a surprising find, actually. Finding some enemies. Semi-tank. Pioneers take several large hits trying to take the compound. And our Panzer IV finally forces them to retreat. Alright. Those guys will hold there in a defensive posture. We advance to the city. Seize the city rapidly. With something. I'm sure we have someone laying around somewhere not doing something. Of course you would. Of course the approaches would be defended with anti-tank guns. Or do the approaches not guarded with anti-tank guns? The important part here is to get to a road. We bypassed the major roadway going around here. That's why we bypassed it. I have a bad habit of walking into ambushes. I'm not going to attack yet because the weather is poor. And I don't think I can break through with that artillery in the back. So I'll let them attack. And we'll do our support. Cavalry attack our tanks. Take some damage. The real damage will come from those anti-tank guns. We'll have to pull that unit back immediately. And yeah, our AA gets its world rocked by Spati. Needless to say, we must cross a bridge. Because they're annoying me, and because I don't want to take any more losses, we'll hit them with artillery. At least retain some experience. He's important. Go ahead and kill off the horsies, since these guys are... Damn it, we'll pull them back a bit. Where is an airfield? So we're gonna bunker the airfield for the night. Then we'll begin striking that artillery in the back. Which is what's really keeping me up at night. Strafe that gent. Move these guys over here. Get the SOMAL. The artillery will be inevitably suppressed. And we'll force our way into the initial corridor. Meanwhile, because they're fighting in combat, it'll be very hard for those tanks to support anything. And the 18th Wehrmacht earns itself an Iron Cross. And finally we'll assault the artillery itself. And then kill them. Also, it will give us a really nifty jumping off point. Set up on the road to interdict what looks to be an incoming cavalry unit. Bring the artillery down. Bring the tanks up. Move the men down. Wehrmacht assault. And open city. Right then. Let's go. Let's see you try and attack through that hellstorm. Cavalry attack our 88. We'll soon strike back with some grenadiers though from the north. In swoops the 2nd Grenadier, who does nothing. Our 88's attack with cavalry. But they also are very ineffective. Hold on a second. I'm tired of this shit. We're going to get those guys some replacements. Get rid of that stupid cavalry unit. It's annoying. We'll hit them with the captured Polish artillery. Thank you, Poland. Start to drive them out. Oh hey, I didn't even know that would be in range. Convenient. And we'll go ahead and sweep this process in an ironic way. And discover a SOMO. We managed to cleanse the city of the French, I guess. We'll suppress that cavalry and attack with our tank brigade. We'll fly over here and get some good air reconnaissance. Seize the airfield. Land at said airfield. Use the equip our troops. Also to resupply. Because artillery supported by artillery is one of the most scary, dangerous things in the world. We're very close to seizing our first... Well, we have seized the first objective. We're close to seizing the second. Gotta pop this guy in a train. Transport him all the way over here. Wait, you can't get off that train. I'm sure he'll be fine. We'll get him off the train eventually. I'm just wasting time with this guy dillying around in the train. Alright, I think that's everyone. See how the Frenchies respond. Duke does not have the range to push down. We'll move them down the road. Stupid it is. Pioneers will push forward. These guys will go finish them off. Meanwhile, some replacements for you. Artillery down. Get off the train tracks. And... Oh! What are you seeing you? I'm beginning to suspect that there are AT guns in pretty much any place that has a woodland along this road. And we'll also move our artillery into position for the assault on all the other places. Straight for the assaults, though it does little in the way of anything. Nope. We're gonna need to call the Stukas. Because the large amount of transports and artillery stored over here. Keep that guy there. That's right, they have that guy. No, that guy. No touch. And that should soften the blow a bit. In fact, we might even be able to do a dual assault on both seas at the same time. Though it is stretching our resources a bit thin. I feel like... I don't know. Also, we catch them low on fuel. Wreck them. Rip them to shreds. And discover an AT gun, which is always nice to find someone else who has almost escaped execution. That should do that. By halfway through, I need to have at least half my objectives. Those panhards are getting on my damn nerves. The AT gun leaves the city open for some reason. Good job. Oh, even excellenter. that guy with the big guns. I need to find a Stuka. Guns aren't enough when you have bombs. Yeah, you have yours too. And we'll go see the airfield. These paratroopers seem to be uncannily good at them. Seizing airfields. That, not them. Rugged defense. Cowers in shell holes, ruggedly. And Stukas don't have good reconnaissance capabilities, it seems. Turns out that you cannot keep a Pak-38 up with a blitzkrieging army without a truck. Anyway. I'm gonna try and knock out that Panzer, maiming the death of everyone inside the Panzer IV company over there. And try and get someone in the way of a person who has ammunition into the fight at some point, somehow. Logistics is even more fun. I should have left him down there. That was a mistake. I hate French tanks with a passion. And not like a regular person's passion, like a burning, maniacal passion. But luckily some horses run into some grenadiers and they managed to chuck their delicious grenades straight down that horse's mouth. God, I hate cavalry too. I hate everything that isn't modern in this game, because it's too damn strong. Cavalry OP. Anyway. Gonna go ahead and suppress those tanks. Not bomb them, because my guys don't have fuel for anything. And instead fly back some glorious fuel-efficient models. Take this from the tanks. Meanwhile, we're on the most ungodly artillery bombardment known to man upon the city of that place. Because I'm annoyed. Greatly. We decimate those Panzers as they lie in the river. Cold. Bleeding. No one caring because they're stupid panhards. And my guys are out of ammunition. So we will rush a tank down quickly to relieve the pressure off their backs. That is a million horses trying to fuck them at once. The French. It's a thing for the French. Anyway. We will advance rapidly past all defenses. On forward, men unto glory. And we will dive bomb apparently the wrong houses. Which I have just been informed were filled with French people. So, not wrong, not right. Just ineffective. I feel like the people who were truly wrong here are the French for not surrendering faster. If they had surrendered faster, I wouldn't have to blitz the entire southern part of their country. But no. They're gonna stubbornly negotiate with us, and I'm gonna have to go take the rest of their country while they try and bang out some sort of feasible surrender doctrine. There's no way it's gonna work. And they've got artillery. Oh, thank God. I was beginning to wonder they would just roll over and die. Anyway, we're getting behind schedule. Well, almost. We have two more turns to take over the city of Auxerre before we need to start pushing hard for Dijon and to take their delicious, delicious spicy mustard. And then take Bescon. By spicy mustard, I mean they're French people. And by delicious, I mean... yeah, anyway. The artillery is going to strike us because it's artillery, that's what it does. And they're going to shoot them at Messerschmitts, which is expensive. And fix those tanks. I need to get more people on the front lines. Pull back a little bit, because tanks are scary. Go. I can't find a good way to get at this city. So I'm just gonna do what we do when we don't know how to get at anything and bombard it with ungodly amounts of infantry. Because I'm not falling behind schedule. Go away, man. Everyone loves you. I hate artillery. Never in the history of anything has enemy artillery ever made anyone's job any easier at all. I hate it. With a burning, driving passion. At least we killed some Somas, which I also hate. For various reasons. Kind of the same reason I hate Matildas. And no, I'm sorry if your name is Matilda. First of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, I do not hate you. I hate the tank that's named after you. That tank is a bitch. Unless it's on my side, in which case then it's alright every now and then. Seriously, Matildas can take it. They can just take shot after shot after shot after shot. It's like a fat guy at a bar. Just keep going. Anyway, everyone get back in the cars. Looks like France is falling faster than you can walk. Head down to the south. I'm gonna get those guys back on the train once it's safe to get back on the train. I really am hating this constant combination of artillery and anti-aircraft followed by tanks. Especially tanks that are hard to kill with anything in my arsenal. It makes me feel greatly annoyed. So what do I have that can kill that? Got some really cheap Wehrmacht I can buy. I don't really need them. I could use them. I don't need them. What I really need is more tanks. Or Panzer 3s. I demand them for a blood sacrifice. I mean, not a blood sacrifice. That is the least of my things that I demand. Ooh, thank you. Sweet Jesus of varying ages. Luckily, they're not attacking any of the right targets. So we're going to go show them what we want. What we truly, truly want. Our utmost desire is to kill that goddamn artillery. Because he's been fucking with my shit again. Now that he is out of ammo, as it was foretold in the someplace, somewhere. You must be exploited, scrub. See, it is a wonder trick. It works on everything. It cures all ailments. More infantry. Warm bodies to the slaughter. Works 100% of the time. Some chasseurs attempt to hold the line against our mighty German forces. But we can't stop, won't stop. There is no stopping us now. There is only the mighty advance that is the German army. Praise the Reich. Praise it. Grab that Stuka and show those guys a quick taste of what a 500 kilogram bomb tastes like. Do you know what a 500 kilogram bomb tastes like? Gunpowder and explosions. 500 kilogram explosions. And with that, I'm going to shoot this man out of a city. Because I don't like artillery at all, ever, under any circumstances. Screw that anti-aircraft gun also. Anyway, and go ahead and quickly cut this episode here, as we've reached about 30 minutes of me babbling on incoherently about the German army assaulting. We managed to take 2 of our initial 3 objectives, but we're really lagging behind over here on Loxia, which is important because these guys are going to swing in from the west and smack Dion like it's a, I don't know, something that gets smacked a lot. Very, very hard. Like, just continually pounded. And other sexual innuendos. Anyway, so we need to take this city quickly, and we're only about a turn or 2 behind schedule. This small French counterattack does have me worried, as it's indicative that maybe there's a counterattack coming from here. But I'm not too worried, because these guys in the north are pretty much plowing ahead. Just really punching through. Although I'm going to have to lose a bit of experience to get that 88 back up to strength. Move this gent down here to cover some of those transports from the potential French Air Force, which may still exist. And all in all, these guys will launch the initial assault from the north, try and take Dion from the east, while covering this bridge over the Saône River. Also try and take this airfield. Besançon will need to be taken after Dion, just because this bridgehead will need to be secured. At that point, we'll hit the Swiss border, though, so those guys will have to bounce off Besançon and go straight through Beaune, while these guys will probably take the path of least resistance down the railway, down to Bourg-en-Bresse, while these guys go down the roadway and encounter every possible obstacle the world has ever seen. Of course, these guys bouncing off here will hit Beaune and then Chalon-sur-Saône. These guys will come here. We'll hit that from 2 sides at approximately the same time. And then they'll do the same thing again down here at Bourg-en-Bresse in the next part, where hopefully we win. Victory! Ja, alles klar, sehr gut. Auf Wiedersehen.